Hello Imbibers, a very good evening to all of you. Once again, we are here after a very long time, yes, after a whole week to discuss in detail more about the manures and the fertilizers. Yes, we are still talking about the crop production and management, and today we're going to discuss about how the manures and fertilizers helping in the growth and development of the particular crop. Sir, before that, let me introduce you to myself. I am Anam Khan. I'll be your biology expert for the session 2023 and 24, and we're going to discuss all the amazing and interesting chapters related to your biology, just like we have been already discussing the crop production and management. So let's start without wasting any time. The very first thing, children, you know the topics to be covered in today's session would be related to the crop production and management. We have already covered these topics, and now we are on the fourth topic, which is the manure and fertilizer. Next, we're going to talk about the irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, storage of food grains, food from the animals. We're going to discuss about all these topics in the upcoming sessions. Yes. Next, we have the today's topic. In today's topic, we're going to cover these particular concepts: adding manure and fertilizers, manures and NPK fertilizer. We're going to only talk about how these manures and fertilizers basically help in the growth and development of the plant. Yes, we're going to talk about this in detail. Next, we have a quick recap of what last week we studied. We studied about the significance of plow in the agriculture. We have discussed about how plow, seed drills, and basically how the tractor driven activity leads to the even distribution of the seeds, how plowing helps to basically create the soil for the proper production and management by the loosening of the soils, mixing fertilizers and removing weeds. This is all about the previous session. Yes, so let's start about the manures and fertilizers. So children, manures and fertilizers, what they do, they rejuvenate the plant. Talking about the rejuvenation, you know, just like you need, apart from certain food, you also need certain nutrients, essential nutrients for the proper growth and development. Yes, so just like you need a proper growth and development nutrients, like plants also need certain manures and fertilizers to rejuvenate. Rejuvenate means to basically enhance their production, to enhance their quality. Yes, talking about more manures and fertilizers, next we have this. Manures and fertilizers increase the fertility of the soil. To have a better yield, to have a better crop production, what we needed to do, we basically need to have a proper good amount of nutrients, a good amount of manure and fertilizers added to the soil. If a good amount of nutrient is present in the soil, it will show the good amount of growth and development and the higher yield of the crop. Good evening everyone. Yes, I know you have joined late already. We have started the session, but we have just on the initiating of the session talking about the manures and fertilizers. Yes, hi everyone. Hi Ayushi. Hi Shri. Hi. Yes, so children, today we're going to talk about the manures and fertilizers. So manure and fertilizers increases the fertility of the soil for your crop production. Yes, to have a proper crop growth and production, we need manures and fertilizers. Next, we have the select each to learn about it. We're going to learn about the manure. We're going to learn about the fertilizers in detail. Shall we start? Yes, everyone. Shall we start the manure and fertilizer discussion? So let's first see what is manure. Talking about the manure, this is how the manure looks like. Yes, talking about the manure, children. A manure is an organic matter. It increases the fertility, add humus, contain fewer nutrients, and they are completely natural. It means, what is humus? Humus is the nutrient-rich organic part of the soil that has decomposed leaves. Children, all of you know the concept of having a wet waste and a dry waste at your home. Yes or no? Organic waste. So there are such thing called organic waste which have the, I would say, the peel-offs from the vegetable you use, the leaves, the discarded leaves, everything. Those particular organic matter is basically decomposed and create this humus. This is what is basically the manure. When this kind of a decomposed organic matter is being mixed with the soil, it acts as a fertilizer, it acts as a nutrient richer. Due to this addition in the particular soil, the nutrients rich soil is basically be present. So it is completely natural, no chemicals, completely natural ingredients, completely natural matter is being used, organic matter is being used. None, it is not going to hamper anything in the long run also. So the manure is an organic matter. It helps in increasing the soil fertility. It adds humus and it contains fewer nutrients. It's not having a very high nutrient rich properties, but it does hamper the growth and development, and it is completely natural. Yes, so this is about the manure. Let's talk about the fertilizers. Now talking about the fertilizer, what is a fertilizer? Children, it is a synthesizing chemical. A synthesizing chemicals means, yes, yes. So children, the fertilizers talking about, it is completely synthetic. Yes, synthetic means it is not natural, it is being created by organic compounds. Yes, it is completely created in the laboratory, but it is having increased the soil fertility and helps in the faster growth. And the fertilizers are absolutely rich in nutrients, but in the long run, if we keep using this chemical fertilizers, if we keep on using this synthetic fertilizers in the soil, it is going to be very harmful for the environment, and the soil eventually might lose its natural fertility also. Yes, the only difference between a manure and a fertilizer is that the manure is completely natural. We used organic matter in that, but when we talk about the fertilizer, it is completely chemical and synthetic, and in the long run it is going to be very harmful, yes, to the environment and to the soil also. But it is absolutely rich in what? Rich in nutrients. How they can be harmful? Yes, they can be harmful because they are synthetic. Children, whenever you basically create something which is being synthetic, created in laboratory, and too much of use it, not natural, yes, there might be certain product which is being created out of the reactions, yes, which might not be good in the long run. All of you have seen a green layer over the ponds, yes, lakes, small lakes and ponds. Have you seen that thick green layer of that? Yes, some shiny material also. Yes or no? What is that? That is a washed away chemicals only. That is washed away nutrients only. Yes, so these nutrients are harmful, which impacts the aquatic life, which directly impacts the environment. Is the difference between manure and fertilizers clear, everyone? Yes or no? Is this clear? Is the difference between manure and fertilizers clear? Yes. Now talking about more, next we have the, can you see, drag the satellite slider to fertilize the field. Shall we fertilize the field? Yes. This is the fertilizer and this is the manure. Can you see this, children? This is the fertilizers. Yes, because this is the fertilizers and this is the manure. Let's drag the slider and see how it is going to impact. I am going to drag. We have added fertilizer to the particular plant. We are adding fertilizer to the particular plant. As we add the fertilizer, we can see the plant, and we added manure also. Both the things have lead to the immense growth and development in the plant. Yes. Yes. Drag the slider to add fertilizers in the field. This is the fertilizers and this is the manure. And we can drag the fertilizer to see basically that after adding these two fertilizers and manure, the plant has grown immensely. Yes, clear? This is what impact it makes when we add manure and fertilizers in the particular soil. Yes, so this is how when we add fertilizers and manure to the particular soil, it will show immense growth. Talking more about the manure and fertilizers, what is the difference between both of them? Yes, let's see the difference between both of them. Talking about the manure and fertilizers, the manure is absolutely natural and organic. On the other hand, fertilizer is synthetic. Yes, the manure is prepared in the fields. Yes, it is prepared in factories. Yes, the manures are adds humus to the soil, while the fertilizer does not add humus. Yes, the manure has lesser nutrients, while the fertilizers have niche rich nutrients. So please remember this particular difference between the manure and fertilizers. Manure, they might be having less nutrients, but it is absolutely natural and it is going to help in little bit growth and development. Since fertilizers are extremely chemical, they might show immense growth. In the long run, it is harmful, but in the long run, manures are not harmful. Is it clear? Yes, is it clear? Yes or no? Yes, difference between the manure and fertilizers. These are the two basic differences between the manure and the fertilizers. Yes, natural and organic, synthetic, prepared in field, prepared in factories, add humus to the soil, does not add humus, and of course have lesser nutrients and rich in nutrients. Clear, everyone? Moving forward, next we have a question for you. Are you, yes, quickly, drag and drop the substance that will increase the fertility. Yes, quickly drag and drop the substance which will increase the fertility of the crop. Yes, animal waste, cow dung. We use a lot of cow dung as a manure. Yes, it's absolutely very good manure. Cow dung is a very good manure. We do use cow dung as a mixing in the particular plant so that it can have nutrients. Completely right. Shabarya, it is completely right. You are absolutely, we can use animals waste, especially cow dung. Now quickly answer this. Abhi to right now we have discussed about it. How can you just answer wrong? It's absolutely very simple. Yes. The correct answer is manure and fertilizers. Yes, these are the manure and fertilizers which increases the fertility of the soil. Next, what we have another question. Now drag and drop the correct label under the headings. Just now we have discussed about the difference between the manure and fertilizers. Not a problem. Come on quickly, children. Raj, just now we have discussed the difference between both of them. Now you want to quickly answer me. Just now we have discussed about the differences. No need to answer this. Come on, quickly answer this. Yes, what is the difference between manure and fertilizers? The manure is adds humus. Next, it is absolutely natural and it is less in nutrients, no doubt. Since fertilizer is synthetically made, it is containing chemicals and it's absolutely nutrient rich. Next, we have the plants love to eat blood. They take in the blood of animals mixed with a specific type of manure. That is just what I would say. It is not true, but just being very sarcastic with you. The plant loves to eat blood and they take in the blood of animals mixed with a specific type of manure. Let's see what we are talking about. Yes. Okay, let's see what we are talking about. Talking about the fertilizers. Since there are synthetic fertilizers which increases the soil fertility, no doubt, they are extremely man-made and produced in the factories. They are rich in nutrition, and the large amount of synthetic fertilizers includes nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. Yes, these particular nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus are present in extremely large amount. Yes, these synthetic chemicals which is being added in the soil to increase the productivity of the crop, to have a better yield, have rich phosphorus, potassium and nitrogen. That and these basically are being synthesized by these are the chemicals used to basically synthesize the fertilizers, also known as synthetic chemicals, and it's completely man-made. So these are the particular content which is present in the fertilizers or the synthetic chemicals. Yes, talking more about it, next we have the common example of fertilizers which are basically used for the growth and development of the plant. This is the urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash and NPK. Yes, Ayushi, advantages of using a manure is just only that it is in the long run, it is not going to be harmful for the environment. Yes, but there is a thing that the manure has little less nutrient in comparison to the fertilizers, but the wholesale benefit of using a manure, it is absolutely organic, natural, and in the long run it will not hamper the environment, it will not be harmful for the environment. Yes, this is the whole benefit advantages of using a manure. These are the common fertilizers, children, used by the farmers for the growth and development of the plant. Yes, which is the urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash and NPK. Yes, these are the synthetic fertilizer which is being used. You need to remember the name also. Now I am going to drag the slider to see the added advantages of adding a fertilizers. If I add a fertilizers in the particular plant without even the manure, if I don't add the manure, add only fertilizers, still since it is very nutrient rich, plant is going to show immense growth and development. Yes, because it doesn't need only, okay, because fertilizers are very nutrient rich itself, so even if you don't add the manure, it will show growth and development. Clear? Yes or no? The examples of fertilizers clear or not? Yes, everyone? Yes or no? Yes? Shall I move forward? Moving forward, next we have the question. Now drag and drop the fertilizers on the soil. Which are the fertilizers we use? Common fertilizers. Just now we have discussed about it. Come on, quickly. Drag and drop the fertilizers we regularly used. The fertilizers are being regularly used. Come on, quickly answer this. Come on, quickly. Correct answer is, of course, just now we have studied about it. Ammonium sulfate, urea, NPK and potash. Uric acid is written. Urea is not written. Yes, vitamin A, water, not nutrients. Okay. Next, we have another question for you children. What is true about the fertilizers? Yes, solving questions help you that whether you have understand the concept or not. Yes, so now come and quickly tell me what exactly true about the fertilizers. Yes, what is true about the fertilizers? Yes, quickly answer. The correct answer is the fertilizers promotes growth and increase fertility. Add humus, less nutrients is a characteristic of a manure. Very simple. Next we have what is NPK fertilizers. Children, what is NPK fertilizers? I was talking about nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium is the NPK fertilizers, where the N stands for nitrogen, P stands for phosphorus and K stands for potassium. This is the NPK fertilizers which is being majorly used to increase the soil fertility and enhance the growth and production of the crops. Yes, next we have talking about the NPK children. The characteristics of the NPK is, as you can see, the NPK is a fertilizer, simple, we have discussed about it, is one of the most popular fertilizers. It increases the quantity of minerals in the soils which helps in better growth of the crop. Very simple. The NPK is very popular among the farmers to basically act as a fertilizers, and it provided three nutrients at once. Yes, three essential nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium are the three essential nutrients being directly provided to the soil to enhance their production, enhances the crop production. So that is why it is very popular. NPK fertilizers is very popular among the farmers. It is basically increase extremely high fertility and helps in the proper growth of the crops. Clear? Talking more about the NPK, next we have, click here to sprinkle the NPK fertilizer. Shall I sprinkle the NPK fertilizer and see how this is going to happen? How it is going to hamper the plant? If I am going to just spray the NPK fertilizers in the soil, it will increase the minerals in the soil, and NPK will help in the proper growth and development of the soil. Can you see that? It increases the minerals in the soil, and which in turn increases the fertility, which in turn increases the crop production in the particular field. Clear? So this is how the NPK fertilizers hampering the growth and development of the soil. Yes? Clear? Everyone? Is NPK fertilizer clear? N stands for nitrogen, P stands for phosphorus and K stands for potassium. Yes, clear? Anything which is not clear to you children? Any part which is not clear to you? Yes, any part which is not clear to you? Anything you want me to repeat again? Yes, anyone? Anything you want me to repeat again? We have discussed about manures, we have discussed about the fertilizers, and we have discussed about the most important fertilizer, which is the NPK. Yes, any part that is not clear to you children? Yes? Good. Next we have another question for you, which now you need to drag these balloons in this particular carton to tell me what is NPK fertilizers. Now quickly tell me, very simple. Just now we have discussed what is NPK fertilizers. Now quickly drag and drop the balloon into this box. Correct answer is phosphorus, potassium, nitrogen is the NPK fertilizers. So children, the other question. Connect what is true about the fertilizers in the right bubble. Now, all the particular features of a fertilizer you know, and you need to basically connect it to the correct characteristic. Yes, connect it to the correct characteristic. Come on quickly. Yes, what are the features of fertilizer? Helps in the better growth of the crop, provides nutrients, increases quantity of minerals in the soil. Yes. So children, this is the end of our session. Yes, we have discussed about the fertilizers, manures, and we have discussed about the NPK. Anything which was not clear to you, let me know. Ma'am, this is not clear to us. Please explain us. We have discussed about the fertilizers which are synthetic, made in factories, rich in nutrients, contain nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, increases fertility of the soil. Manure and fertilizers are added in combination with the fertilizers, increases fertility. Manure is an organic fertilizer, add humus, and nutrients, fertilizers, synthetic, chemical, rich in nutrients. NPK contains nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Yes, this is all we have studied about today's session. Anything which is not clear to you children? Any part which you want me to explain more? Yes? Yes? Great. Next we have, some people use eggshells eggshells to increase plant growth. Yes, there are certain people which use eggshell. Why? What does eggshell is made up of? Calcium. Yes or no? So the eggshells, when mixed with the soil, they provide natural calcium to the soil. So yes, sometimes some people also use eggshells to increase the growth of the plant. Yes. And you know children, this is the Embibe app which you have explored so many times. You can log in through your phone number and your email ID. What you have to do, you have to go, just select your school examination, select the 8th cbse, select the language and land on this page. Yes, as you basically click on the home page button, go to the Embibe live classes. This is me right now taking your class. This is your next class which is being scheduled. Yes, which is, please do 16th of. Okay, this is the ongoing live classes. This is the class for the next 7 days. So children, this is all about today's session. Next we have Embibe Lens app. You can download, scan the text, highlight the keywords and see everything in 3D. I hope you must have enjoyed the class. I hope the class was informative from your, and you would have understood and you will be able to give your examination. Yes, and the last, it is the Telegram channel. Yes, you can join us on the Telegram so you never miss an update regarding anything. We will meet again with the another topic of irrigation. Until then, keep imbibing. Take care. Bye-bye.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.